So the Chinese worked out that the application, the martial application associated with that particular movement sent the energy through the heart meridian, whereby healing the heart. So in order to do this amount of work, what you're doing here is slamming down on someone's arm, punching in here, slamming them in the throat. That's to hold the ball, see? You don't have to think when you're doing the form, do this to him. You only have to be told the basic applications once, and then your subconscious brain, it goes into your subconscious brain, of course, and every time you do the form, that's where the energies are going to go, because subconsciously you will be doing that application every time. You must remember, of course, the brain, the subconscious brain, does not know the difference between real and imaginary. This is a scientific fact. For instance, you think to yourself, cutting a lemon, pouring the juice into your mouth, what happens? All the saliva forms in your mouth, doesn't it? There's no lemon there. So your brain hasn't known that you're imagining it. So every time you go through a Taiji form, subconsciously we're imagining this posture, and that's another area of Taiji, of course. You're doing the fighting art all the time, subconsciously. So when you do your Taiji form, you might be doing this, doing that to him subconsciously 20 times during the form. So you're actually fighting someone subconsciously, and you don't have to become angry or aggressive or anything. But you're learning self-defense. Even just doing the Taiji form, you're learning self-defense. All the right chemicals are produced in your body to get that self-defense application working. So you're actually losing weight doing a slow-moving Taiji form for 25 or 30 minutes. Or if you're too skinny, Taiji actually brings you up a little to balance it out. So Taiji is a balancing exercise. Anyway, getting back to the healing art. So they knew that they worked out a movement like, bah! That movement, whoosh, you can feel something happening through your hearts here. It really gets you going. And then, I don't have my children here at the moment, so I can't demonstrate the posture, but it is on all my videos. Then you're going to lock the arm, and that's your application. And because you've been told that, of course, in order to do that sort of work, the energy has to come from the dantian, to come out of the laogong point, pericardium 8. It has to be routed through your heart meridian. So that particular posture is actually working upon your heart. Now when you come to practice your Taiji form, the heart is obviously, it's one of the most important organs in your body. So you might be doing your Taiji form at this speed, which is sort of a normal speed to get it done in 25 to 30 minutes. When you get to the brush knee twist steps, however, you get to here and then you'll slow down to half pace, which makes it very difficult, especially for the beginner. And so on. And then you'll just get back to the normal position when you're not doing that posture again, because the heart meridian needs a lot of work on it, so we tend to slow down to half pace when we do it. It's said in the classics that the Taiji must flow like the flowing river, and a lot of people have misinterpreted this as well, because they think, oh, it's a lovely river just flowing like this. But the great river in China was the Yangtze, and it's downright treacherous in parts. In fact, in the monsoonal seasons, you can't navigate it whatsoever. It would mean death. Meaning that Taiji should be done in parts like this, and in parts like this, which the old Yang style of Taiji, of course, is. That's how it's done. There are those energy release points all throughout the form. So we have a whole bunch of postures, the applications of which cause the energy to be routed from the dantian throughout a different meridian to do certain work. But because it goes through that meridian, it heals that certain organ. Stork spreads wings, the one before it. In order to do that sort of work, you see, the energy has to be routed straight through the central nervous system. So we are working upon the central nervous system by doing that posture. The whole beginning, grasping swallow's tail, from here to here, pung, double pung, roll back, chi, or I'll do it Yang Qing Fu's form for this one, and ang. That group of postures works upon the colon. Because you see, there is another way that not only works upon the martial application, and to do that work we have to route the energy to get from here to there through a certain organ. There's also a more physical way of activating these meridians throughout your body. For instance, snake creeps down. What's it working upon? Of course, it's working upon kidney and liver. Because those meridians are the meridians that are being physically stretched when you do that particular movement. When you're doing all these movements in grasping swallow's tail, what are the meridians that are being activated, that are working the most? Wrists, forearms, of course. So you're working mainly, well, you're working on all the meridians through your arms, lungs, triple heat, colon, etc., heart. But the one that it's mainly working upon is the colon. I always tell people, if you're a bit constipated or something and you want to fix that, you simply do that whole bunch of postures 10 times in the morning, and sure enough, you've got to be near a toilet, literally, because at the end of that, you want to go, because it really does work upon the colon. So you can see that Tai Chi also works hand in hand with acupuncture, because Tai Chi works upon the 12 meridians, as does acupuncture, and also the acupuncture or dim mak points throughout the body.